Okay, guys, I'm back at the boat. It's a better day. It's clear. Still a little nippy. It's in its mid 50s or so, and it's not cold. It just is not the right temperature to paint. So I touched up the area where I'm going to put the brackets, and I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna give it a few minutes so it dries. I'm gonna bring a little blower, just pss, pss. So let's see if the system. I started thinking about what I did, and I said, it might be still a little short because the filter has that nipple on the bottom. You have to open it up so it can drain. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me set it up here. So filter goes here, and the other stuff goes up here. So let me see what I did here. I did the bottom. I'm gonna do the bottom, the thing here, and then okay. Take these off. Okay, that goes down here. Tighten it. I'm hoping this is going to fix the issue. This thing tightens pretty good. You don't need to use a open wrench or anything. So now I think I'm missing a screw. Okay, that goes there, and then use one of these in the back. And this comes up here. All the hoses attach. So I gotta unscrew the screw on there. I gotta unscrew that screw to. It's got a little brace there holding the hose attached to the wood. All right, let me get out of here and go get the screwdriver. I know this is a little bit tilted. So what I did, I moved it down to the way this one is. I think I put it up too high, and I just put it on with one bolt that goes to the head, and it's pretty tight. And look at this thing. One bolt just down here. It doesn't need the second, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take it home. I don't have drills here to start re-drilling and repositioning. So I pulled the hose. I had some slack back here. Put some slack under the engine. Pulled it off the side, and it reached that position. And now I'm retightening. I'm tightening the bolts that are holding the filter frame there. Takes a 1/2 inch. Fifteen, 30 seconds. Okay, so that system is tight. That setup is tight. Now we're going to try the new filter. And let's see the height. Oh man, that's gonna be perfect. It is gonna work. Okay, so now I have to loosen this and pour the gas into this, and I got a little bit extra gas that I brought to fill up the filter, because I don't like to run the engine and running and there's no fuel coming into the filter. There's still some fuel in the line and in the carburetor, but I always like to, it's like the oil, you fill up your oil filter before you put it on, right? So I'm going to do this very carefully. I don't want to spill anything. I brought about half a gallon. Let me get these out of here because they could fall off the side, and then so when something doesn't work out, you have to improvise. That's basically what you gotta do. You gotta do a MacGyver. All right, put this up here. Okay. Okay, so it does have some bit of fuel. Let's see if I can just tip it over. Feels pretty clean. Put this down and then get rid of that little. Okay, oh, all right. Now let's put this on here. I'm glad I found a solution for this setup. And then I got my clamp that I have to go back inside and reach it so I can tighten it tight. And I did this side first to see if there's any issues with the installation, because this is easier to get. The other side, it's a pain in the rear. All right, put this filter on the side here. There goes the hammer. This engine sometimes is a black hole. Things go in and they never come out. So there it is. There's the setup. Nice. Now I can have more confidence on the fuel being filtered and getting the water out. Okay. Now I gotta do the other side, and I won't be able to video because look, it's over there and it's gonna be uncomfortable. I had to take this apart and did the same thing I did on that one. Redo it. And just bolt it with one. All right, I'm gonna let you go for a while. Later. Oh, this one took a little more doing, but I got it done. I'll connect it. The filter's there. Now I'm kind of confused about one thing. These are supposed to be water separating filter. The bottom of that plastic, the cup there, is full. Is that water? That looks like fuel? I don't get it. Oh no, you can see the water when it starts separating. The water's gonna be at the bottom. That's right, forgot about that. So now I'm gonna go get I got the diver over here cleaning, and he's gonna disconnect my underwater lights. So I'm gonna work on prepping the lights for the next time he comes. We're gonna install them. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the gas tank that I emptied out, cleaned it. And I bought this little camera that you can move the lens around. And so, you know, make sure there's no crap in there. Because I found pieces of wires from the factory, I think. All right, later. Okay, so I installed the other one. They're both in there. They're pretty tight. But I noticed that on on the starboard engine, the hose was about an inch, less than an inch from the exhaust manifold, which gets pretty hot. I was gonna start the engines right now and warm up. I said no, don't wanna. It's not gonna get brittle and break right now, but it will if I keep it there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy. I gotta go home because I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. But when I come back here, I'm gonna buy an extra piece of hose with a fitting so I can have an extension so the hose can hang correctly, not so close to the exhaust manifold on both engines. I don't wanna mess with it. So that job is done. And then the next thing is the let me see. I got a bunch of stuff. Oh, the diver already disconnected the little lights, and I gotta clean up the wire and install the lights. So we talked about that, and we had a long conversation. He's a little bit of a historian, so am I. So we started talking about everything around the world, and I didn't get to do much, but we got it done. So the next thing is to install the big lights, and we're gonna do it on the transom. So I told him how we're gonna do it. I brought the tools already. Everything is here. All I have to do is clean up the wires that are kind of green, and splice it and solder it, and then heat treat it. Make sure it's tight. There's no water going in there, and we can turn on the lights, and we can have blue lights on the water. Let's see. Install the bracket and the filter. That's done. Install the fuel sender. Not yet. Fill the. Oh, I looked into. I bought me a little scanner camera. I haven't showed it yet. And I scanned in there. The bottom has some crud growing there, so I'm gonna see if I can come up with a MacGyver. I have a narrow spatula. I'm gonna tie it to a stick and scrape it, and then I'm gonna see if I can get an extension. Well, first I'm gonna see if I can get an extension for the vacuum, so we can vacuum that stuff out, and then I can install my sender, and then fill it up with fuel. Let's see what else. Ooh. I got some miscellaneous in the other pages, but I left this book home, and I should have taken it, so I'm taking it today. All right, so I want to go get something to eat. My old lady told me, eat out there because I'm not cooking. So I gotta find some place, a burger or pizza or something, and get something to eat. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. I'll show the angels running when I do that extension. All right, later.